everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, a very big hello. My name is Louise. Today is a really fun, exciting video for you. I went to White Meadows Farm in Pelham, Ontario, Canada. I went there to do their sugar bush trek to see how maple syrup is made, how it goes from the tree to into the stores, and it was really fun. So just a little bit before I get onto this vlog. So I have been to White Meadows Farm before a few times actually. I found them through social media. Loads of people posting about how good their maple syrup is. So me and Jake went to the farm like within our first year of living in Canada to get some maple syrup. Then when our family came over, obviously they wanted to get some maple syrup, so we took them, and they had a tasting on. So it was like sweet and savory boards. Now I can't remember how much they are, but I would like to go back again this year to do the same experience when my family come back, and I'll be able to vlog it for you. I didn't vlog it back then, but I'll be able to vlog it then. I'll upload some pictures. But we had pancakes and cakes and waffles and cheese and crackers, and we had all these different maple. I didn't realize how many different maple flavors there were. So there is light, amber, dark and very dark, and it was honestly the best experience. It wasn't expensive at all. Recently I seen on social media that they were doing a new trail, a new experience, and I loved their taste board sessions. So I was like, do you know what, I want to go back for another experience. Now there is two experiences up for grabs at the minute. It's the camp out lunch and also the sugar bush trail. I did the trail today, which I will go on and talk about, but I would love to do the camp out too. Now this is only running in March just because this is maple season. This is when they get all of their maple syrup from the lines. So you couldn't go in like August to do this, but I'm just letting you know that there is other experiences, so make sure you go follow them down on Instagram to see what they have if you're ever in the area and want to check out a real maple farm, because honestly it was such a good experience. And when you think of Canada, you think of maple syrup. So first of all, you book online. So if you're watching this and it's still going on, you book online. I just went through their Instagram. They have a link at the top, and this one was, like I said, called the Sugar Bush Trail. It was $18 per person, which again is such a good price. The camp out lunch is slightly more expensive, but that's because you get a whole lot of food included. But for the $18, it was honestly incredible. So when you first arrive to the farm, you check in, and then in the Sugar Bush shack, they have like this little tasting thing going on. You have to arrive 20 minutes before to get checked in. So within that 20 minutes, you go into the shack. There's a lady in there that's talking about maple syrup and where it's from. And it's actually in the shack where they make it with the machinery. And then there's all the different ones there. She gives you a spoon and she pours a little bit on your spoon and you get to try it. Then outside the shack, which you'll see, there's like a fire pit and you can chill. And there's also a little pop-up shack where you can buy food and drinks. And then every 20 minutes, a trailer comes along and picks you up, and you have to be there ready for your time slot. So I booked the 1 o'clock one. I booked it with my brother Lars and Liv, and like I said, went on the 1 o'clock one. It lasts for about 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is crazy for the money too. Also on there, you get a little souvenir and you get a taffy, like a lollipop, which you'll go on and see in the video. Just to let you know, this video, I didn't really talk much because the person taking us around was absolutely incredible with all of her facts and knowledge. So I just let her talk, and she kind of like walked and talked. So there wasn't much time for me to like stop and vlog for you guys and talk about it. So when you watch it all, I'll come back and tell you what I thought of it and what I got from the store and things like that. So the recording was a bit windy, so I'm just going to do a few voiceovers. So this was the parking lot when we arrived. It was super busy, which is awesome. So just make sure you do book before you come so you don't miss out. So when you turn up, this is the farm. This is where you pull up and park. And then when you walk through, there's the little shop there that we normally come to get our maple syrup. Then on the right hand side, there's a check-in booth where you go and let them know your name and they check you in. As you can see on here, there is two trails. It is the camp out lunch and the trek that we guys booked onto. and underneath you can see the dates there. So once you let them know your name and check in, they will give you this little leaflet, and it will give you $5 off in the shop when you spend $25, and she just explains that the cart will be there at 1 o'clock. So as soon as you've checked in, you go and head over to the Sugar Shack where you will get a demonstration.
Here, welcome to our Sugar Shack. This is where we make all our maple syrup. Hi guys! Thank you. Welcome, come on in. Yeah, so this is where all the maple magic happens. Behind me here is our evaporator. So when you guys go out on your tree, you're going to see how we collect the sap from the trees. Maple sap is actually mostly water. It's 98% water and about 2% sugar. And traditionally we would drill a hole in the tree. Our season starts about mid-February. So we drill a hole and then we hammer in a little spout, which is called a spile. And then we would traditionally hang a bucket underneath and we collect the sap, which is mostly water, and it just drips out. We actually use pipeline now, so you'll see those running out there connected to the trees. It's like tubing, so all the sap runs downhill to one big central stainless steel tank, and then we're able to just bring that out. If we don't filter our maple syrup, we're gonna get a little bit of sediment in your maple syrup. You can still eat it, but it's not ideal. So the diatomaceous earth acts as an attractant, and it just collects all of those things, and they get pushed and basically stuck to the filter paper, and then we have a nice clear maple syrup. Cool. And then we do make 4 different colors of maple syrup. So just like your spoons, we'll start here with our golden. So we generally make the lighter colors closer to the beginning of the season.
So this is the lightest one?
That's the lightest
okay.
one, golden. We also use that one to make maple taffy.
Oh wow. That one's good, that one's good. I think this is the one Mum liked. So this one's amber. Oh yeah, it's a slightly darker taste too. You can take. Okay. This one is dark. What? I feel like it gets better each time.
It's all personal preference. They're all the same sugar concentration, and they're all the same nutrition.
And this is the strongest one, the extra dark.
That one tastes like the maple syrup lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. That's really.
The darker ones are
I quite like that one though.
though.
They ask you to arrive 20 minutes early, and that's because you get a few experiences which I'll walk you through now, and then they give you a chance to try the 4 different maple flavors. There's burning fire in there, burning wood in there. It just smells of like a log cabin fire, which is so good. Okay, so our ride is here, the Sugar Shuttle. Okay, all aboard the Sugar Shuttle. So the Sugar Shuttle turns up every 20 minutes and you have to be there waiting at your time. It was a very bumpy ride, but it was super fun, and it took around, I want to say 10 minutes to get from White Meadows Farm into the forest ready for the trek. And now we're at the beginning of the trail.
So this is Richard Baring. Richard Baring and his wife Amanda, they own the farm here. They are 4th generation. The critters that live in our sugar bush here. All these critters come out at night. Well, we make too much noise, so they're probably, we might not see any, but you'll see these signs and symbols on the property. So that'll help you find your way back afterwards. You take the tractor back where you just got off. Today is a very good day. We have some surprises in the buckets. We're very lucky. You're lucky to see that. We have black maple, silver maple, red maple, but their sugar content in the sap is very low. It's only 2%. It's the sugar maple tree that gives the most sugar, 2 to 4%. Look how high the trees are. They look for the sun. And do you know what this is? Anybody? Yellow?
Canada.
The Canadian flag. Now, is there anybody here that is not from Canada today? You were visiting from? England. Well, listen what I'm going to tell you. This is the maple leaf. Because Canadians are the sweetest people on earth. Got that on your recording? We have many trees. We have many sugar maple trees. Here in Canada, most of the sugar maple trees are in the province of Quebec. Now, we used to collect the sap this way. And you put your bucket on the hook, and now the sap can drip into the bucket. We're lucky today because on Tuesday this was all frozen. But we need cold nights. The water goes into the root system at night, and then the warm days make the sap go up. The sap moves around and around and around and around, and it needs to come out.
Oh my god, there he is.
So we would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe peoples.
This is about 85% sugar concentration. And that 85% sugar concentration allows us to pour it on the snow, and it'll sit on top of the snow rather than sink down to the bottom. And that's when we roll it and make a nice sweet treat for you. So this treat was very special for the pioneer kids because they only got it once or twice a year. This doesn't have a very good shelf life. Once we put it in the trough over there, it lasts maybe 20 to 30 minutes before it melts back down into the snow and it can't be eaten anymore. So they only got it once or twice a year because it's a lot of work to get from the sap to the syrup and then syrup to the taffy. And they didn't want to waste any of their maple syrup. So they only got this once a year. I'm going to take you guys over to the trough. Sorry, that was a very quick explanation, but I want to make sure you guys get lots of fresh taffy. If you guys want to walk over to the trough, I'll show you guys how we make it.
What? We've added to it. We have not redone it.
I don't think you've had enough time to redo it today, have you?
No.
I can tell we've had rapid fire over there, so I'm assuming you've been.
Yes, it has been very.
Okay, so this is the taffy. It's 85% sugar, and it freezes. Oh, it's freezing! I thought it was going to be hot.
They put it on the ice.
Oh my god, that's actually so good. Tim's just asked to go get another one.
So good.
Okay, here, let's try this.
So good. Okay, the next bit we're in is the lumberjack bit, where we get to carve our own wood.
That one?
Yeah, pre-cut these.
Yeah, okay. So you can take it and go set it down. Just on the wall there, there's sandpaper. Bring it back to me and I'll brand it for you.
Okay.
Thank you. So you get to pick up, if you don't want to cut your own, you can either cut your own or you can get a pre-cut one. There's quite a big lineup for the cut your own. So, and then you have to sand it. Oh, you do get so Okay, so Lars ended up doing mine because it was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh no, it sets on fire. Okay, so we've just got off of it and now we're going to go check out the sweet shop. Okay, so this is the stuff, maple onion jam, that Jake absolutely loves to have with like cheese and crackers. So I'm going to pick up one of these. Oh, there's maple mustard too. Oh, the barbecue sauce as well. Jake loves this barbecue sauce too, so I think I'm going to pick up one of these as well. And then you can either get golden, amber, dark or really dark maple syrup. And obviously this is from their farm, so it's what we've been trying. It tastes so good. You can even get like little sugar bush experiences at home.
guys can get one more.
So I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, our lady that walked us around was so lovely. She was great with the kids, and like I said at the beginning, $18 for all of that. We were literally out for 2.5 hours today, so it was so good. I had the best day. So when you walk in, you get given this, as I shown you at the beginning, and on the front it has your name, the date, how many guests, and then your departure wagon time. Then when you open it, it is the trail there. The trail is so long, and then over in this corner is the camp out. So the trail is up here, and then at the beginning of the trail they drop off everybody that's going to the camp out, and then someone from the camp out comes and brings them back onto the trail. And then on the back here you have a voucher for $5 off. Mine's scribbled out because I have used it. And yeah, so that's what you've got. You've seen about halfway through, we got to try the taffy, and oh my god, if I could have had another one, I really would. It was so delicious, like so good. And then just down from the taffy is where you get to pick one of these up, which is so cool. The smell of it is just reminding me of the woods. There was just fire pits everywhere. My hair smells so much like camping, but I just smelling that smell again is getting me excited for camping again with the bonfires. But anyway, there was a station where you could carve your own wood, which would have been really, really cool. But the lineup was very like high today. We are on March break. There's a lot of kids off. So I knew it was going to be busy anyway. I would have stood and waited. Honestly, I was in no rush to do it. But I just thought for today, there's a huge lineup, let other people have a go, and I went over to the side, as you've seen, and picked up the pre-cut wood. And then you have to go and shave it, and then they stamp it for you 2023. I said to Jake I'm going to get some resin to cover it, so then we'll have it forever, and I can like put it in my office or something, and it will just remind me of the day. And then afterwards we popped into the shop, because I absolutely love that shop anyway. We go there to get our maple syrup. The first thing I picked up was the amber maple syrup. This was the medium size. This has got 250 milliliters. This was my favorite one, the amber one, and this was $10.50. Obviously this is going to last us a long time. Look how big it is. Then I also love their red pepper jelly for cheese and crackers. Honestly, this with some crackers and cheese, but the cheese with like the cranberry in it, oh my god, so good. Can't remember how much this was now, like $6.50 or $5.50, so I picked up one of those. And then my brother is coming to visit in May, and he also loves their jelly, so I picked one up for him as well. And then I also picked him up this one, which is maple onion jam. I know he's into cheese, crackers and wine and all that jazz. So I picked him up that because I thought that'd be a cute little gift to give him when he arrives here. He might even eat it while he's here, so or take it home with him. But I thought that was a really nice little present, so I picked him up that. And then for $2, I picked myself up a maple lolly, 100% maple. I just thought this is really cool. I actually love their lollies. They can get very sickly. But for just $2, I thought I'd chuck that in there. Everything I picked up from their store, but overall the experience was a strong 10 out of 10. Like everything about it, I learned so much about it. I really, really didn't know that maple came from the native. I didn't know that they no longer use the buckets, that it goes through the wire, and it was just such an interesting day out, and I had the best time. Like I said, I'm going to leave their Instagram down below just in case anybody else wants to go check it out this summer. I'm 100% going back to their tasting, so I'll make sure I'll vlog that experience for you as well. But yeah, make sure if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure you follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.